see versus being in someone's living room. They don't have to look at it.
Yeah, yeah, no, definitely, yeah. So, so this is our listing section of the system, and so ideally, and I don't know the answer, but I think usually your MLS is going to work with List Hub. Do you know the answer to that?
Yeah, I have a quick question for you. Since we're on the phone, is our audio being recorded as well?
I'll put my phone over here by the computer so it records your voice too.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah. So what the reason about List Hub is that's going to auto sweep your listings in here.
Yep.
And then if we just go look at this one listing right here, there's a task list, this is the checklist of all the things you want to do. And you're going to see that there are a number of deals here, but I've only got 5 checked. And 4 of them are the tools that guy Dustin did. So the call that we were talking about, where that agent who's gone from 5 to 20, he only does 4 of these. And the top one is social media, right? So your social media. So this is the tool that we call a listing landing page. And it's pretty, a landing page by our definition, it's like you want some information, maybe you want a free list of foreclosures, or maybe you want your home value, or you want information on this home, give us some contact information and we'll give that to you. So if I click that blue button that says continue with Facebook, that screen popping up there is us reaching into Facebook and getting my name and email because I clicked on that button and delivering it to the agent. All right.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Because Facebook, they're once they click, it's kind of automatic.
Yeah. So what we're doing that's called a listing landing page. And the question is, well, how do I get it up on social media? And there's actually a box right here that says auto posted on January 3rd.
Yep.
And if you click on that icon, what this means is we have auto posting set up. Now, for you have to set up auto posting. It takes about 2 minutes on your profile. And at that point, when the listing hits the system, it's boom, it's going to be auto posted. Now, for some reason, my internet is going really slow here, so we'll give it a second. And you'll actually see, what is going on?
You're good. No worries.
Maybe I got to
click on it.
Maybe I got to get rid of some pages here or something. Well, maybe the quotes page is still there. Close that and redo that. So basically, let me click that again and see if I can get there. Usually you just click and it takes you to Facebook and it shows you the ad. And the ad basically has, it's got the right language, it's got emojis built in, and it's got hashtags built in, and it's got this picture of the home, and it says click here for more information. Now, for some reason, maybe because I got
you know what I would do? I would stop the recording because you don't want my wife to see what we've done so far. I would, because she will look at it and go, okay. So, do you have the ability to pause it and then restart it?
Well, now here it is.
Okay, good. All right, that's good.
Yeah. Cool. So this is the home that we were talking about. So you could actually log into our account and do it yourself. You could push this button and share it to social media one by one. But this is automatically done. So all you have to do is set up your profile, and then your listings start auto posting as they hit the system. The nice thing about these posts is that there's a nice picture. When you click on it, it brings you to a tool that's going to capture the lead for you, right? This is the listing landing page.
Gotcha, okay.
So we do that on Facebook, on Twitter, and on LinkedIn. We also auto post your virtual tours that we create for you to YouTube, right? So that's...
Okay, so that's what I was going to ask you about. So I haven't used YouTube in ages. I have an old account, so it's funny. I've changed to a different Gmail. My son, leave it to a 16-year-old. He's like that. If you got Gmail, you got a YouTube.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
So, and of course we all have like 8,000 emails. But
yeah.
So Michael Paul team at gmail.com is our YouTube, and I started it, but it's not complete. So we actually I pay extra on probably a quarter of our listings to get lifestyle videos. They're just expensive. I only do them really if it's a new area or it's above a certain price point.
Yeah.
Just so you know, our average listing price is about $575.
Okay. So, I mean, you can take that and you can, like, if you're getting those, you're investing in that video. If that videographer will put it on YouTube, you could go right here and paste it in, and then you could paste that there, and then that will show up right on the tools.
So YouTube. So in other words, so you pull from photo. Okay, yeah. You know what? I think he sends. Let me just actually pull the last one he did and see if I think in the email when he sends it, he actually sends a YouTube link. Let me just check.
Yeah.
It's because that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, and where that would show up, and go ahead and look and see if you can find it.
Here we go. So, it says video hosting link. It says YouTube. So I'm gonna just see. Yeah, so it's now. All right, perfect. So it's in the email when we get our photos, which is shared with us in a Google Drive.
Great. So what we're looking at here is a single property website. We create this automatically. We also automatically create a virtual tour that looks just like this, except there's this virtual tour running around. If you get that link from your videographer, you should immediately go in, click edit, click on photos and videos, and paste that YouTube video right here. And it will swap out this with your video.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you tend to see, does video tend to get more?
Well, video is always, the real, I think, video is always better. If somebody lands on this, or anywhere on the internet, and there's a video, they're going to look longer. That's just how it is. That's why investing in video and real estate is smart.
As far as squeezing, as far as like getting them to give their,
I think what it does is it keeps people sitting on this page longer.
Okay. I was just curious to see if there was like a correlation, because I could see where it may not get them because the video may kind of show them everything, and maybe they don't feel like they need to get there.
Right. I hear you.
So so I'm actually wondering if,
this page is going to pop up while they're watching that video.
So quick question for you on video. So as far as it going to my YouTube channel, there's not an auto post to my YouTube.
Yes.
Correct?
No, there is. So, and I don't want to confuse that. So let me explain how this works.
Okay. No problem. We'll just go with your program. And
we'll so when your listing hits the system, we create all the tools here. And one of the things that's not showing here, actually, it says YouTube listing video. We automatically push our virtual tour to YouTube.
Got it.
And if
you photo tour, gotcha.
From like a pan and zoom. Now, underneath that video, so if I go over to go to YouTube real quick. So if I go to YouTube, and when we auto post it, and I'm not going to take us to the virtual tour area, but there's basically, I'll kind of show you, there's a big video, right? And on that video, I'll give you a second. The video is sort of in the top left of the screen, and down below where you see this message here, we're going to put a hyperlink to this tool, which will have your video, because you're going to edit it. But this particular video that we'll see here will be a pan and zoom, and then it'll also be branded to you, right?
Gotcha.
The upside, and the reason why you want to do that, is the way that we write the the title, it has the address of the property. And usually when you're selling a home for somebody, you've got like 7 days before they go Google their address to see what you're doing on the internet. And if you've got a virtual tour with your address in there, that's very likely going to be on page 1 of Google.
Okay.
And then it'll say this property presented by you. And that'll be the tagline that you see if you go search for that property.
If somebody Googles it, gotcha.
Yeah. So it's not huge for lead gen, but when you're talking to,
and honestly, I want to know about both. But honestly, personally, I would prefer to get, if I'm going to get 5 buyer leads, or let's just say I can get 10 buyer leads, I'd rather have 1 good seller lead versus 10 buyer leads. So the question is, what's the best direction to go? Because seller leads are just easier to manage.
Well, sure. So,
and again, I don't know if there's an option there.
Yeah. So, I mean, you got to kind of think of that. I know that you know this, but
Yep.
People that want to sell their home are looking at homes for months, right? They're on Zillow, they're on Realtor.com. They're looking at their market for months to see what's going on before they ever call you, right?
So buyer leads could obviously be seller leads, like 20 to 30% of them.
Yeah. And this here, what I've shown you is a listing landing page, right? And that's really designed to capture buyers. But once they get there, once they give you that information, we drop them on the single property website, which we've automatically created for you. And when you get on the single property website, you'll see here that, you might have a video flowing there. There's always a link on the left that says, what is your home worth? So if they're looking at this, they can go look at other homes in the neighborhood, right? You can customize these links. What is your home worth is a home value. And then right here in the middle of the page, you scroll down, you find out what your home is worth, right?
Yeah, and we have we use Real Geeks. Familiar with them at all?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so I've been using them for 5 years. We obviously have all those tools. I don't know if this is just a separate. It's not like you don't link it with your website, do you? This is all like a standalone, correct?
Yeah, you don't need to tie this to your website, no.
Okay.
This is, Real Geeks, we have a number of clients that use Real Geeks. And it's got a good website, it's got a good CRM, and so that's functionality. And they have a page that looks kind of like this. But I don't know how many people hit your Real Geek site every month, right? So
a lot. We feed it, man. We feed the beast. Because I do a lot of expireds. I probably have over 3,000 people
a month. That's awesome.
We get
3,000 people hit your website every month.
Every 90 days, we have like 200 visitors approximately.
You're doing something right. That's really good. Because the average realtor is like 200, 300 people a month.
Yeah, no, we have pay-per-click,
yeah.
Which is probably, a lot of them go there and don't sign up too, so.
Sure, yeah. So, so if you're kind of jumping to the next topic in a way because when I'm looking at your emails, you're saying, I want to make sure I can create value for the home sellers, right? And what I'm showing you is, hey, we can auto post to all your social media platforms with tools that are mobile optimized and they look good and they capture leads, right? But there are other tools in here because now the second question you have is, hey, I'd really like more listings, right? That's a big important piece. So one of the top tools for capturing listing leads that convert into business is under this print marketing tab. We do automatically create this tool. It's called the Nearby Homeowner Letter. And I think we email it to you. We actually have a link inside of our system on the support page that says the top 7 tools for seller lead gen. We rank those top 7 tools in by what leads convert the fastest in the business. And this is the number 1 tool right here. It's not super sexy. There's no algorithms or nothing like that. You print this, you can door knock it, or you can mail it. And it basically says, I've got an open house, or I've sold something, or I'm selling a home in your area. Go here to learn about that. By the way, when that home sells, go here That's going to affect your home value. Get your free home value here. This letter does not generate, 50 leads on a weekend. It generates
No,
5, right, or 10.
yeah,
But
yeah. If you like, yeah, no.
but those leads convert the fastest into actual listings. So
No, no, I'm with you. I mean, we just started doing print to expires.
yeah,
So no, I think it's another tool.
yeah,
If you're wanting to, I think especially if you're in a neighborhood more than once.
yes. Or if you're selling something and you want more business out of that neighborhood, you got to use that letter.
No, that makes sense. Is there just one or two? There's different versions basically. What about the domains?
I wouldn't worry about the domains. You can go buy your own and customize them if you want, but we supply the domains and they're already embedded.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we've got postcards and door hangers that have the same functionality. We want to show the home and we want to flip it on the back and say, by the way, get your home value here.
So let's as an example, let's talk process. So let's say I've got a listing that's going. I'm taking photos Monday. It's going. I'm getting my photos Tuesday. It's going active on Friday, and I want to, you know, either I want to send something out like I just listed it, or I want to send something out right after it goes under contract or closes.
Yeah.
How does it get to those? I mean, do you all have like okay, it's X so many cents per piece and we take care of it all? Or
no, we actually, I think in some places, like there's something here about Prospect Plus, which we know this company and they are kind of ready for some of our tools like the door hangers and stuff. So you can order through them, but you can't you can't click a button here and say I want 100 of these in our system. We've just designed the tools to be effective, and you could just go here and download it.
Prospect Plus is a company that maybe they outsource and they actually have to pay somebody to go and put them on doors.
Yeah, I don't even know if they do that. I think they'll print and mail it. They'll print and mail it.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and either way, you can print and mail it, and I'll show you. So, let's see here.
And the only reason I say that is, I'll just be brutally honest with you. Anything that requires labor right now is not on the front burner; it's on the back.
Right. No, I get it.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah.
I'm just because I need manpower, and so
yeah. Yeah, and all I'm telling you is like, and I understand that tool is the #1 highest quality seller lead you're going to get from any company. There's bold, prime seller.
No, right. Right. Absolutely.
So, yes, it takes time to get it done, but there are also companies out there that you can just send that letter to those people and say, I want you to mail it to this zip code kind of thing, right? Yep. And so that may take a little bit of time, but it's not a huge amount of time. So, there's and I'll show you something here. It's in our mastermind group. This guy here basically came in our mastermind group, and our clients do this almost every day of the week to say, hey, we're using this, and these are the kind of results. It's a private group. He mailed that letter to 250 homes. It cost him $625, and he got 10 listings with an average commission of $17,000. So he came in here to say, this is the highest ROI in our business, right? A $625 spend.
This is that Dustin guy, right?
Yeah, that's Dustin. That's right. Yeah. And that's why this guy is taking one listing and turning it into 2 or 3, because he is using all of these tools that I'm mentioning.
Oh, no. Hey, what? I think it definitely makes sense. I think leveraging the listings you have is something that's people don't do it enough.
Yeah. So, you've got a good CRM. You can go in here and use this e-flyer for your database, which looks just like the print flyer, but it's electronic. So I'm sure you've got a drip campaign in Real Geeks for every lead you've got. Well, you can just copy and paste this in email blast it. There's a link. If they click on that photo or that link, it's going to drive them to the landing page to capture buyer leads. And right below it, it says, by the way, that's going to affect your home value. Get your free home value here. This is another great tool for capturing. And so, you've got leads sitting in Real Geeks. They're just not all calling you all the time, right? That tool right there that we're looking at, it gets people to raise their hand again because now they're like, oh yeah, here's a home I'm interested in, or I am interested in my home value now. So, we recommend that you drop that in your CRM once a week for any listing at any status. It doesn't matter. It also doesn't matter in that print flyer for nearby homeowners. It doesn't matter what status. You can say, I only want to do it when it's just listed, or I only want to do it in open house, or when it's sold. Any of those statuses are fine.
Gotcha. What is the so what is so just for someone was saying it was like what, $40 a month or something. I've seen so much online.
Yeah, it's 40 a month if you keep less than 10 listings in the account.
So 40 per month, which we're at 8, but we'll be more than that soon.
Yeah, so it's
what is it? What is it? What's the next threshold?
It's 60 a month for up to 20.
Or less, and 20 or less is 60. What's the next threshold?
It is right here. So 50 for 85 and 100 listings for 125 a month.
Yeah, I don't think I have to worry about that. 50 is probably, I'd be somewhere between.
Yeah.
I'll be somewhere between 15 and 50. So that's.
And we haven't kind of gotten into it, and I'll just tell you that. Let's go look real quickly at a property that's sold. When the properties are sold, the call to actions are designed to capture listings. When a property is pending, under contract, or sold, we're not looking for buyers anymore. And so if I go here to listings, and we'll give it a second here, and I've got a property that's sold, right? The call, well, I'll pull it up and we'll kind of look at a single property website here. The call to action, that lead capture form, it's not, I want to follow this home. It's basically like that's going to affect your home. Here's an example of how a video looks, right? This is a professional video that was on YouTube that was copy and pasted in here. So we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Right. But this home is sold. So now when that comes up, it says that's affected your home value. Get your home value here.
So that's like if you drop it over a neighborhood.
What's that?
Like if you do a geographical, I think what is it, a 10-mile radius now?
Well, no, you might be thinking of running an ad on Facebook, which you certainly can do. Yeah. And I would definitely recommend, maybe not every home, but I would definitely recommend that you take this and you go run an ad, and maybe on some of the high profile homes or in the areas where you want more listings, because people who click on sold properties, they're homeowners more often than not.
Absolutely.
And this lead capture is going to offer them a free home value.
And when it's a lead capture from Facebook, you end up getting a name, an email address, and does it typically give you a number?
Well, so those are two different things. So if I go run an ad on Facebook, like I'll just show you and create an ad, right? And you can say, I want to use, let's see if we can get there. And I know my computer's running a little bit slow here.
That's fine.
There's a section there that's called lead forms, right? Yep. And so the objective, which is the first page on Facebook, and it's called here consideration. What are you trying to do? Do you want traffic?
Lead gen.
Or do you want lead generation? Now, for buyer leads, for buyers, lead gen is pretty good because you can say, I want the name, phone number, and email address, and it'll pre-populate. So when they click to respond, it'll pre-populate, and they can just submit it. And so that's good for buyers. But when you're trying to get home value leads, that's not going to work because people are not.
They're not going to put their information in.
Well, yeah. Well, there's not the. It's much simpler to look at a picture of a home and say, I want information about that. But when you're trying to say, would you like your home value? You need a little bit of nuance there. And so you need to drive them to a page like this, which I'll show it to you now, right? And so in this case, you want to drive the traffic from the ad to our tool to capture the lead. And so this by default is designed to get a name and email, or to get your address and email address. Well, let me show you how this works. Now you can change this form.
Yeah, and I actually have a bunch of, I have them like a Real Geeks that I've customized for neighborhoods, but you, obviously we want to, I would love to send them to my site, but it sounds like you would I have the ability, well, I guess I
you can send them to your site. You don't have to use our tools in that case.
I mean, I'm just thinking, because then, you know what, they also sync into my CRM.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure it's Follow Up Boss. I use Follow Up Boss.
Our leads sync into Follow Up Boss too.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah. So you can customize the form. So right here, when I click on Show Me, that's again reaching into Facebook and getting the name and email. But you can also, and then here I've got it kind of requesting a phone number. I can skip past that because I have my settings like that. You can actually say, I want them to hand type their name, email, and phone number in there. So you need to get this kind of look. You need to drive the traffic to this page to get the results.
So that's your tool?
Yeah, this is our tool right here.
I like that tool. That's actually pretty good. And if it syncs with Fub,
yeah,
the only downside is it's bypassing Real Geeks, which is where I ultimately want to get them.
Yeah. But
that's okay. It's hard. It just makes it easier if they're already there. I just know to me, that's a better looking. Ours is probably cleaner, but I like the from Zillow. I like the fact that there's two options there.
Right. And also, if you can see, we're not giving the actual estimate because we know it's never accurate. It's giving a range from two different companies and then saying, hey, do you need to schedule an appointment? Right.
Yeah, I like that. I actually like this. I think that's really good.
Yeah.
So, those are the kind of, I think, just sold.
Yeah.
Are gold.
Yeah. And we do too. And then the reason why I mention that is because when you're thinking of how much on a monthly basis, whether it's 60 or 80 bucks, it doesn't matter to us. But for you, I really recommend that you market a home for at least 30, 60 days when it's sold.
Well, yeah, my thought would be if it's just sold, I was thinking anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks, and I'm thinking $10 a day.
Yeah. Yeah. That's, I mean, well, you know, there's just a couple of things about that. First of all, I don't know if your MLS is going to give us the sold data. So to take a listing from pending to sold, you do it just like this. When you run an ad, $10 a day is great. It's my impression, and we have our own team that run ads. If you run an ad for more than 5 days, it just stops functioning. Now, if you're getting results by running something for 2 weeks or 4 weeks, that's awesome. I really I'd like to know that. But you can run an ad, but you'll just see your lead gen just stop after 3 or 4 days. Do you understand?
Uh-huh.
Yes. So I'm always recommending 4 and 5 day ads. And when we run ads for our clients, we do it in 4 and 5 day increments. We don't run like a month-long ad because they just stop capturing leads. Maybe because other people are running ads. I have no idea why, but they just stop pulling.
So what you're saying is don't run them for more than a short period of time?
Yeah, I would say 4 or 5 days. But if you want to run, so in this discussion of it's sold, I would tell you, take that property, get the single property website, and run an ad, drive traffic to our page for 7 days, and then you can refresh that ad every 7 days, and it will have more function. Because if you run it for 30 days, even though it just won't function.
No, that makes sense. What other functionality do we need to cover here?
There's one more thing, and we were talking earlier about Dustin, and
Mhm.
he really only does 4 things with our system. And the last one we haven't talked about, and we email this tool to you. And it's something that you should actually look at our listing presentation when you get involved. You should really start to tell your clients, hey, I really leverage social media and I involve you in it. Like I'm going to send you tools so that you're going to be involved. And you'll find that you're going to be dealing with some people that are like, I'm too old, I don't know how to use Facebook or
Yeah, yeah.
whatever. But you'll also find other clients who will be very excited and very happy to know that you're constantly working on their home. And so we create a tool like this and we automatically send it to you. And you're meant to send it to your client. And the funny thing, there's something, I think if you saw that call, or maybe it wasn't on that call, um, when Dustin, he kind of responded to somebody in our mastermind group. They had a separate question, and he was ignoring this tool. He just didn't feel comfortable using it. And then he finally started using it, and he started realizing he was getting really high quality seller leads because it's the client, their homeowner, saying, hey, our home just sold and we want to recommend you at your office for doing an excellent job. Here's your name and phone number. Here's your phone number and email. And that's just hanging there for all your clients, friends, and family and colleagues to see. Now, if they click on it, it's the single property website and it's sold, so you know it's designed to capture listing leads, right? But that's a very strong tool, and that's the last of the tools that you need to use. So in terms of functionality, there are 4 things, and I sent you probably 2 videos, and you watched the first one. The second one covers like you got to do these things, these 4 things. The other thing that you need to think of is when you sign up, you need to go to your profile and you need to click on this red pill that says auto posting. This is the social media auto posting.
Okay.
Okay. And this is how you do it. You click on connect to Facebook and it takes you over to Facebook.
You sign in and all that.
Yeah, and I'll just kind of walk you through it. It takes like no time, but you decide what pages do you want to post to, and I'm gonna put it on my business page, but you can do it on multiple business pages, and then click done, and then click OK, and it'll take you back to listings to leads. And then when you get back to listings to leads, all you need to do is there's one more step. There's a couple more steps, but you click inside this box and you reselect that business page and you save it. And then you go over here and this box will be empty. And you click copy here and paste that in. And that's the text that shows up on every post. That's how you set up auto posting.
Okay, so when you go to listing, you click on that.
The green copy button.
Okay.
And you paste it in this box. Now,
Okay.
if you've got a team name that you want to get out there, like I've got Luxury Living in Lafayette because I want every post I have to have that brand, well, you can add that there.
Gotcha.
Okay. And then once that's set up, once the listing drops in from List Hub, it's going to say just listed. Boom. It's going to go auto posted, just listed.
Okay.
When it goes under contract, go here and say it's under contract. And then bam, that's going to go out and be reposted as under contract. The call to actions are going to update. The messaging is going to update all that. When it goes to sold, click pending and go to sold. Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
That's kind of it. I mean, that's really the thing there. I mean, under landing pages is property valuation plus, and these are the home valuation landing pages that I was kind of showing you, right? And like you already have pages like this from Real Geeks, right?
Yeah. So basically, it sounds like it's pretty easy setup. Let me do this. Let's stop the recording. Shoot it to me. I have to run. It's 2 here.
Yeah.